Ave Maria. As a Catholic, there are many questions that come to my mind when I read the story of Father Andres Arango. For example, questions like what happens to those he baptized who do not even know that he baptized them? What is the possibility of having other priests from around the world who may have used an incorrect formula at one time or the other? There may never be traces of what happens to the people they baptized. How could Father Andres have gotten it wrong if he used book at all times? Because I know Catholic priests always use book during mass. They read from the book during mass and other liturgical celebrations like baptism and stuff like that. So was he using a book, or was he speaking offhand all these 25 years? These are lots of questions to ask, because if he was using a book, definitely there wouldn't be those mistakes of using the mistake of using incorrect formula. Or if he was also actually using a book and had these mistakes too, then there's also the possibility that there are other priests who are also using the same book that he has used for these 25 years and also making the same mistakes. Yeah, my name is Francis Mary Obidike, and if you are not familiar with this story, let me give you a brief from my own little understanding. Just a quick reminder that you please subscribe to our channel for good Catholic content. This is a story of a Catholic priest, Father Andres Arango, who on 1st of February 2022 resigned as a priest of St. Gregory Parish in Phoenix. Father Andres Arango resigned after the Vatican ruled that thousands of his baptisms are invalid because he used the wrong words for 25 years. Father Andres used the words, "We baptize you," instead of the words, "I baptize you." The church ruled that using the words, "We baptize you," refers to the community, while using the words, "I baptize you," invokes the power of God. According to the ruling, using the wrong phrasing invalidates all the baptisms Father Arango had performed since being ordained in 1995 through June 2021. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Phoenix said that it was possible that some marriages could be affected, but did not explain further. This one can be really shocking. Let's say that the baptism is invalid. Does it invalidate other sacraments that the individual had received after baptism? There is even a story of a priest who had to be reordained due to invalid baptism. He had to be rebaptized and reordained. So, how about other marriages? People who are married already after being baptized based on the wrong formula baptism. Will their marriage also be invalidated? These are questions to ask. Yeah, but according to a message posted online that is said to be from Father Arango, he will now work full time, offering spiritual guidance to Catholics whose baptism were ruled invalid so that he can baptize them again. The church said that the number of invalid baptism runs into thousands, but did not reveal exactly how many Father Arango performed. Following the Vatican's note of clarification, other priests working in Catholic dioceses across the United States realized they had also been improperly baptized by priests. It was explained that after becoming an ordained priest for the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City in 2020, Father Zachary Boisman reviewed a video of his 1992 baptism and realized the wrong wording had been used. So Father Zachary Boisman was ordained a priest in 2020. And then he went back to see a video of his baptism, 1992 baptism, and he realized that the wrong wordings were used at his own baptism. Yeah, actually, the Diocese of Oklahoma City said that he was reordained following the discovery. So he was rebaptized, and Father Zachary was rebaptized and reordained after the discovery. So now I come back to my first questions. First, what will happen to the people who were baptized by Father Andres, whom do not even know that he baptized them? Because, of course, many of us Catholics don't even know the priest that baptized us. So, what happens to the people who don't even know that this priest baptized them? So, are these people now going about as baptized Catholics without even knowing that their baptism is invalid? What are the spiritual implications? Are they Christians since their baptism has been declared invalid? Are they still Christians? Because I know that I think baptism makes us brings us into the fold, into the Christian folds. Baptism brings us into the Christian fold, whatever our original sins, and makes us Christians. So now, someone who is a Christian or a Catholic and whose baptism has been declared invalid, what happens? And the person does not even know that his baptism is invalid. What are the spiritual implications? These are many questions to ask with regards to this story of Father Andres Arango. I ask again, what is the possibility again? What is the possibility there may be many priests in different parts of the world, like even in my Africa or in my Nigeria, there may be priests who may have at one time or the other used this so-called incorrect formula, or even priests who are still using this formula, who are not even aware of it, and who are still using this formula. What And of course, like in places like America, where they can easily trace people in Nigeria or in Africa, where tracing may not be that easy. What happens to these people? And they may never be traced, and they're walking about as Catholics and as baptized Catholics while their baptism is invalid. What actually happens? What the spiritual implications? Does this mean that there could be very many invalid baptisms without these people or those individuals even knowing? They don't even know that the baptism is invalid. So what happens to them? And I come to think again, like I said earlier on, I used to always see, and I know that Catholic priests always read from the book during the Mass, baptism, even benediction, other liturgical celebrations. Our priests are always reading from the book. So how come Father Andres Arango was making this mistake for 25 years? For these 25 years, was he reading from a book? For these 25 years, or was he reading offhand without any book, making those baptismal making the baptism, offering the sacrament of baptism without the book? So was this mistake from the book? If he was using a book, of course, if he was using a book and this mistake is from the book, that means, of course, that same book is not using it alone. There are other priests who are also using the same book. So that means there's a possibility that there are other priests who were or are still using the same invalid formula. Or was Father Arango for these 25 years baptizing people without reading from the book? So many questions to answer, or so many questions to ask when we look at this story of Father Andres Arango. So, but then I don't know. These are my own personal thoughts. I would like to hear what you think about it. Use the comment section of this video to let us know what you think about this whole story of Reverend Father Andres Arango. And please also remember to subscribe to our channel for good Catholic contents. God bless you and thank you for watching this video. Peace be with you.